Hello, welcome to my house and welcome to my channel. I'm Laura Cepeda and today I'm going to show you how you can make this shawl. I was starting making a stitch. I was recording the video, but then I decided to make this beautiful shawl for all of you. This is a similar stitch that I have taught you in previous videos. It's similar to the butterfly stitch that I made, but look, this one it's a little bit different. And I love how this shawl looks with this yarn. It's degraded, so I use the lighter color to decorate the edge of the shawl. If you want, instead of making a triangle shawl, well, you can make it straight. I will show you how. Before we start, please don't forget to subscribe. Well, for a standard size for a triangle shawl, we are going to use one skein of yarn of this one of 150 grams. I will use a degraded yarn. In this case, I will use this shade and a hook of number 3 or 3.5 according how you crochet. If you want, here I will share all the information where you can buy this material. To buy all the materials that I use in all my videos, you can visit my online store www.lauracepeda.es and we will send it right to your house. So I learned to make this stitch for a triangle shawl, but if you want you can make it for a rectangle just by not reducing. But we will start with one thread and with our hook, making 5 chains. You will decide with which color you want to start, if darker or with the lighter color. When you have the 5 chains, we will close in circle. We will start making the bottom part of the triangle first. We will go up with 3 chains and now we will start making double crochets. These double crochets will be of 2 crochets. Like this, okay, we are going to make 3 double crochets counting the first chains that we made at the beginning, okay? Then after these 3 double crochets, 2 chains and again 3 double crochets. So we will repeat 3 times. Double crochets, 2 chains, and 3 double crochets, 2 chains, and we will finish with 3 double crochets. We will turn around and we will slip 1 until the end of the first sequence, right? So we will slip 1, then 1 more, and then when we are here we will go up with 3 chains, and right here we are going to make 3 double crochets, remember, of 2 crochets too, then 2 chains, and in the same space 3 double crochets more. So here we have 2 and 3. Okay, so far we have this. We will always start like this, okay? Then we will make 2 chains, and right here between in the middle we are going to make a V, so a double crochet, then 2 chains, and in the same space a double crochet, so then 2 chains, and we will repeat what we made at the beginning. We'll repeat this shell. We will make in the same space 3 double crochets, then 2 chains, and again 3 double crochets, all of them in the same space. So again 1, 2 and 3. So this will be the second row. Remember, this was the first one with 3 sequence, then we make a shell, a V, and then a shell. And now we are going to start making the third row, and we will start like we started. Remember, we will slip 1 first to the first space until here, and we will go up with 3 chains, then 2 double crochets more, so you have 2 and 3, then 2 chains. So this will be the first shell. Remember that we will finish the row making what we are making now. So 3 double crochets in the same space. So here we have the first shell. Then we will continue yarning over once. We will take the V, the first double crochet of the V, like this, placing the hook in the back, so in relief. So now we will take 1, we will yarn over, again we will insert, take 2, We will yarn over. Remember that before we insert the hook, we will yarn over once, okay? Like this, we will repeat 6 times. Now look what we are going to make. We are going to take out 2 threads, and very slowly we will divide this part in 6 parts, okay? So we will count 6. We will take out the next 3 threads, then the next 3. This is the 4th stage, 5 and 6. Well, now here in this part where we make the change to divide the V, we are going to make 6 double crochets. Remember these double crochets of 2 crochets. 3, 4, 5 and 6. Well, so far it's looking like this, okay? Now we are going to take this double crochet and we are going to repeat, okay? Again, we are going to place the hook in the back and we are going to take it in relief. Yarning over before we insert the hook, okay? So here we have 1, 2, let me take more, 3, 4, 5, 6, and here is where we are going to take out 2 by 2 and we will divide in 6 sections, okay? So please be careful, be in order. 3, 4, 5 and 6. And look what we have here. I think it looks so beautiful. It looks like a half of moon. What do you think? A flower? How can we call it? And now we are going to make the last shell. So double crochet, 2, 3, 2 chains, and again in the same space 3 double crochets, 2 and 3. So look, this is the right side and this is the wrong side. It's so nice. Well, now we are going to start the row like we know, okay? Making, we will slip one first until the first space to start the row again. And once we are here, we are going to go up with 3 chains. Then we are going to make 2 double crochets in the same space. Then 2 chains and then 3 double crochets. And now look, what we are going to make now, it's that we will start repeating this series, okay? So we will make the first part, the first row of the series, one row before the one that we have made, remember? So I'm going to teach you how. So we will make 2 chains and we are going to make a V, but we are going to make the V where we finish the shell and where we have started the crown, okay? And right here we are going to make a V, so a double crochet, 2 chains and a double crochet. I think I'm going to call this half moon a crown, right? Well, so here we have the V, then 2 chains, and here in the top, in the middle of the crown, we are going to make a single crochet, then 2 chains, and we will repeat. Here we are going to make a V, so a double crochet, 2 chains, double crochet and 2 chains, and we will finish the row like we know, okay? Making 3 double crochets, then 2 chains and 3 double crochets, then to finish the row like we started. 1, the last 3, 1, 2 and 3. So well, this is the V row, okay? This is the first part of the series. Now we are going to make the crown. We are going to make this part. So we will start the row like we always start, right? Making the first shell. So first we are going to slip until the middle. Well, yes, here until the first space. We will go up with 3 chains. Then we are going to make 2 double crochets, then 2 chains, and again 3 double crochets, all of them in the same space. I'm so happy that I decided to make the full garment and not just the stitch. So I hope that you like it. Well, once we finish the first part of the row, now we are going to continue. Remember that we are making series of 2 rows. So this is the second row of the second series, and we are going to repeat what we made when we made the crown. Remember that we have to repeat this 6 times, taking the stitch in relief, placing the hook in the back. You see, once we have this, we have repeat this 6 times, we are going to bring them through 2 by 2, also divided into 6 sections. So here we have 2, 3, 4, 5, and at the end we have left 2 threads and the stitch that which we started, and 6. So then we turn a little bit, and right here where we make the V, in this space we are going to make 6 double crochets of 2 crochets. So here we have 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So now we are going to make the other side of the crown. So we are going to turn over, and we are going to take the stitch in relief 2, placing the hook in the back, and 6 times. Remember that before we insert the hook we should turn over, and we will repeat this 6 times, taking the same amount of yarn and in the same distance and everything. Okay, this detail is very important so we can have all the crowns the same. 2 by 2, so here we have 5 and 6. Wow, I love how it's looking. Did you like the name of crown? I'm not sure. Well, right away we will turn over, and again we will continue with the next V, and we will repeat. So as you could see, in each V is where we are going to place these crowns. The thing I love the most of this stitch is that it's very easy. It's just one series of 2 rows, and I think it's not out of this world, right? Even a beginner could make this stitch, and this stitch seems to be more difficult than it really is, right? So well, now here in the space is where we are going to make the 6 double crochets. And well, a good tip to make this stitch is that you should lose yourself a little bit. Please relax, don't tie too much your project. And I like that I make it with this fine Angorita that it's a little bit puffy, so at the end it will look so good. And I love how it's taking the volume, but not too much volume, just the right for this stitch. So again, we are going to go right away to the next part of this crown, and we will repeat. Remember, 6 times, then we will bring them through, also divided in 6 sections. And please be very careful, go in order. Please take the first 2, then the next 2, and like this, very slowly. As I told you, you should relax, take your time, enjoy it, and you will see that you will love the result. 4, 5, and 6. Now right away turn over, and we will continue with the last shell. So 3 double crochets, 2 chains, and 3 double crochets in the same space. I love how it's looking so far. I'm making this stitch with this decorated yarn that you have seen in previous videos, right? I like to use it because I love the texture, the volume. I love how it's puffy but not too much, and of course I love how it's going to a darker and lighter. If you want a bigger shawl, you should buy one more of this skein of yarn. Okay, so look, as you could see, it's increasing. So here we have 1 crown, then we have 2 crowns, and then we will have 3, 4, and we will repeat this series. Okay, remember that each series has 2 rows, so you have to repeat this series. So now in the next row, in these spaces, is where we are going to make the V's. So let's make them together. Remember, we will start a row, slipping 1 until this first space. You know, I think I'm going to call this bow tie. I think it looks more like that, right? I like more that name. So please let me know in the comments if you like it. So well, now that we are starting this first row of this series, well, now remember that after the shell you are going to make a V. So you should remember this, so we will make between the last shell and the last bow tie that we made. So here is where we are going to make a V, double crochet, 2 chains and a double crochet. Then 2 chains, and in the top of the last bow tie, single crochet, then 2 chains, here a V, so a double crochet, 2 chains and a double crochet to make a V. In this row, basically we are going to make the first shells of the beginning and of the end of the row, then we will make V's and single crochets. So here we are making, so here we have to make a V, 2 chains, then double crochet right away, 2 chains, and the last shell of the row. And the stitch by its own will start to grow, okay? You don't have to make anything. It will go like this, and you will have the triangle shape that you want for this shawl, okay? I think that more than a shawl, it's like a triangle scarf because it's not too big. That's why if you want to make it like bigger, please take into account that you should buy 1 more skein of yarn. Also, we have 1, 2, 3 V's, so it means that we will have 3 bow ties, and then it will grow, okay? Then we will have 4, 5, 6, until you have the rows that you want. And also remember that we are going to place the hook in the back, and that right away we will continue with the next V, with the next tie bow, without making any stitch. Just turn over and go right to the next V, and then again go to the next V, and then we will make the last shell of the stitch. So well, I'm going to continue. So when you yarn over, please always make it in the same distance when you make these tie bows, okay? So we will repeat always the tie bows over the V's, and here between tie bows we want to make single crochet. We will continue right away with the next tie bow. Well, look at this, I love it. Look at the colors. I continue making and repeating this series, you know, follow the same instructions. Look at here, this lighter color. I love it. I think, yes, the name is perfect, tie bows. So like I started making a stitch, I finished making the full shawl, the full scarf. So well, now we are going to make the last rows, okay? And we are going to make a Solomon's knot. So pull your yarn, take 1, then make a single crochet taking the back part of the section. Again, pull your yarn over, take 1, insert your hook in the back of this big chain and make a single crochet. The secret of this stitch is that you should always pull at the same distance. So now single crochet in the next section, again pull, yarn over, single crochet in the back. Sorry, I have to stop. I think that I'm going to skip 1, and in the next I'm going to make a single crochet so we can open and keep the shape of our shawl, okay? So if not, it will look so tight. Well, so we will continue like this, okay? It's keeping this section, this part, just in the corner. We won't skip any space, but see you there to teach you how we are going to make it, okay? For now, let's continue like this. So look, at the end I finished making 2 together too, because, well, it happened. Then here in the corner, Before I arrive to the corner, I also make 3 together and then 3 together again here right in the corner, so we can keep the shape of the triangle, then 3 together more, and then I continue skipping one section between them, so we can keep the shape of the tip and we won't have like a spoon, right? At the end of this first row, we are going to make more Solomon's row. Okay, so we will start making the first part of the Solomon, the second part of the Solomon like we were making before, and we are going to insert the hook in the last knot of the Solomon. Okay, and single crochet again the first part of the Solomon, then the second part, and we will insert the hook in the next knot. Be careful, please insert your hook in the top of the Solomons, not here, okay? And like this, I think I'm going to make 3 or 2 rows more according to the material that I have left. I will calculate, and at the end I will tell you exactly how many rows I made with this stitch. At the end I made 1, 2, 3, 4 rows with this stitch, and now I'm going to finish with a final stitch. You know that I always like to finish with something else. So look, this is the stitch that I'm going to teach you. I get ahead because I really wanted to make sure that I like this stitch. So if you see, this is like if you zoom in into the Solomon's knot, well, this is a bigger version. Okay, so we are going to pull. We will make the first part of the Solomon. Remember, be careful. We should always make and pull at the same distance. So now we will take, turn over once, insert your hook, 2, 3, 4, and now we are going to bring them through all together. 1 chain, 1 chain more, pull, and now here inside we are going to pull at the same distance, so we will always turn over before we insert the hook. So like this 4 times and bring them through, 1 chain. Now we are going to come back to the beginning of this section right here, and we are going to bring them through, 1 chain to close, and again the other part of the other Solomon, and we are going to insert the hook skipping 1 knot, and in the next one we are going to make single crochet. Do you see? So I'm going to repeat this part again so you won't have any doubt, I hope. Right, if you have, please any doubt, please let me know in the comments too. So let's make it together. So we will count 3 after the first time that we pull. Okay, after the first thread we will count 3 more. So again, 1, 2, and 3. So we will bring them through, 1 chain, and again, don't worry about this hole because we will close it. We'll insert the hook where we started and slip 1, chain 1, pull the first part of the Solomons, and insert your hook in the top of the next Solomon, skipping 1. And well, like this is how we are going to continue making the last part, the last stitch of this beautiful shawl. I don't regret at all. I'm so happy that I made the full garment. It looks so good. So please be very careful. We won't iron this stitch because if not, it will lose its natural puffy. Okay, so we won't iron. Well, so what do you think? I hope that you have enjoyed making this beautiful stitch that ended be a beautiful scarf, a beautiful shawl. I hope that you have enjoyed it. I love it. Please leave me in the comments which other name you have called this beautiful stitch. I love it. Please don't forget to give me a like. Please don't forget to share this video if you like it. And it's very important that you subscribe to this channel. It's the best reward that I could have. Okay, this is the only way that you could Let me know that you like my work and that you want me to continue making more videos, okay? Please don't forget to follow me in all my social media and see you in the coming videos. Thank you. Bye.